Kenya, the land of breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cultures, and resilient people, stands as one of Africa's most influential nations. From the snow-capped peaks of Mount Kenya to the sandy beaches of Indian Ocean, the country's diversity in geography, ethnicity, and enterprise reflects its greatness. Kenya is not just a place, it is a story of hope, endurance, and innovation. A nation that continues to rise despite challenges, guided by the dreams of its founders and aspirations of its youths. It's as an economic, political, and cultural hub in East Africa, Kenya's significance extends beyond its borders, its cities with creativity. Its rural areas drive agricultural productivity, and its people are known for their entrepreneurial spirits. Over the decades, Kenya has experienced moments of great prosperity, social reform, and political awakening, all shaping it into a beacon of democracy on the continent. At the heart of Kenya's growth story lies its 47 counties, each uniquely endowed with the resource, industries, and cultures that contribute to national development. The 2010 Constitution, one of the most progressive in Africa, has empowered these counties through devolution, ensuring that development reaches every corner of the nation. Today's Kenyans have every reason to take pride in their constitution, their diversity, and their resilience, and to guard them as the pillars of the national prosperity. Historical background: Kenya gained independence from the British colonial rule in December 12, 1963, under the leadership of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, the founding father of the nation. Independence brought a new hope and challenges as Kenyans sought to build a united and prosperous state from decades of colonial exploitations. The independence years focused on national building, education, expansion, agricultural modernization, and infrastructure development. The government adopted the African socialism model under the Sessional Paper No. 10 of 1965, emphasizing quality and economic participation. The late 1970s and early 1980s saw Kenya recognized as the economic leader in East Africa. The country's agricultural export, particularly in tea, coffee, and horticulture, anchored its economy. Nairobi became the region's financial and diplomatic hub, hosting major international organizations and foreign missions. However, political turbulence, corruption, and poor governance in the 1990s slowed the progress. It was not until the early 2000s that Kenya began to experience a new wave of economic revival and democratic reform, setting the stage for the more inclusive and prosperous future. We had categorized it into periods of economic prosperity. One, the early independence years of 1963 to 1978. Under the President Jomo Kenyatta, Kenya witnessed a strong agricultural performance, investment in education, and the establishment of cooperative societies. The coffee and tea industries expanded, foreign investors arrived, and infrastructure projects connected the young nation. GDP growth averaged between 6 to 8%, a remarkable feat for the newly independent state. Then we have the economic liberation era of 2003 to 2013. The leadership of President Mwai Kibaki marked a golden decade of economic transformation. His government introduced the economic recovery strategy for wealth and employment creation, revived key institutions and restored investor confidence. Roads were rehabilitated, free primary education was introduced, and sectors such as the ICT flourished. The birth of Vision 2030, Kenya's long-term development blueprint, gave the nation a new sense of direction. The GDP rose from 0.6% in 2002 to 7% in 2007, signaling a major turnaround. The infrastructure expansion decade of 2013 to 2020. The administration of President Uhuru Kenyatta focused heavily on the infrastructure, industrialization, and the Big Four agenda. Affordable housing, manufacturing, universal health care, and food security. The standard gauge railway, SGR, expanded the roads network, and the new ports boosted trade despite challenges like the public debt and corruption. Kenya continued to be the East Africa's economic engine. 2010 Constitution, that is the Kenya's shield of democracy and development. Adopted in August 2010 after years of struggle, Kenya's constitution represents a triumph of people's will. It stands all one of the most progressive constitutions in the world, built on the principle of democracy, accountability, and devolution. Political advantages. Devolution. The constitution created 47 county governments, bringing resource and decision-making closer to the people. 2. Checks and balances. Independent institutions like the judiciary, IEBC, EACC, and Parliament were strengthened to ensure accountability. Term limits and leadership standards. Presidents serve a maximum of 2 terms, and leaders must uphold integrity, promoting political stability. Economic advantages. Equitable resource sharing. The national revenue is distributed among counties, stimulating local economies. Then fiscal independence, where counties can generate revenue and attract investors directly. Then infrastructure development, roads, health centers, and water projects have expanded the marginalized areas through county governments. Then we have social advantages, where human rights protection. The Bill of Rights guarantees freedom of expression, religion, and association. The gender and youth inclusion, that is, the Constitution mandates inclusion of women, youth, and marginalized groups in government. Education and healthcare. Devolution of health services and education funding has improved access to the rural areas. Why Kenya must guard the Constitution? The Constitution is the heart of the Kenya's democracy. It gives power to the people, not a few. Guarding it means protecting our unity, diversity, and sovereignty. Any attempt to weaken it threatens the progress made since independence. Kenyans must remain vigilant, defend their freedoms, and insist the constitutionalism as the foundation of political, social, and economic growth. The 47 counties and the economic strengths of the country. Each of Kenya's counties contribute uniquely to national development. Here is a brief look of the 47 counties. 1. Mombasa, Kenya's coastline gateway, driving tourism, trade, and port logistics. Kwale, known for tourism, titanium mining, and sugarcane farming. Kilifi, a leader in cashew nut, coconuts, and beach tourism. Tana River, rich in livestock, fishing, and irrigation farming potential. Lamu, home of Lapsset Port, fishing, and cultural heritage tourism. Taita Taveta, for mining hub with the gemstones and rich agricultural productions. Garissa, pastoralism and cross-border trade with Somalia. Wajir, livestock and emerging renewable energy investments. Mandera, cross-border livestock and cement production. Marsabit, wind energy and livestock trade. Isiolo, strategic resort city, potential and livestock market. Meru, thriving in miraa farming, dairy and agribusiness. Taraganiti, tea, coffee and horticultural production. Embu, known for macadamia, coffee and agribusiness. Kitui, coal mining, cement and cotton farming potential. Machakos is industrialization and real estate growth near Nairobi. Then Makueni is for mango processing, agriculture and innovation in governance. Nyandarua, potato farming and dairy production. Nyeri, coffee, tea and home of cooperative movement. Kirinyaga, rice, horticulture and agribusiness excellency. Murang'a, tea, coffee and avocado exports. Kiambu, industrial hub and satellite economy of Nairobi. Then Turkana, oil reserves, fisheries and renewable energy. West Pokot, mining and livestock. Samburu, tourism, livestock and culture. Trans Nzoia, Kenya's breadbasket, major in maize producer. Uasin Gishu, agriculture and athletics, capital of the world. Elgeyo Marakwet, that is dairy, athletics and scenery tourism. Nandi, tea, athletics and dairy farming. Baringo, livestock, honey and geothermal potential. Laikipia, ranching, tourism and wildlife conservancies. Nakuru, agriculture, industry and tourism hubs. Narok, Masai Mara, tourism and wheat farming. Kajiado, real estate and mining and livestock. Kericho, tea, capital of Kenya. Bomet, agriculture and tea farming. Kakamega, sugar, maize and vibrant cultural economy. Vihiga, tea and small-scale farming. Bungoma is sugar, dairy and vibrant small industries. Busia border, trade and fishing economy. Siaya, fishing, sugarcane and rice. Kisumu, Lake Victoria trade hub, fisheries and manufacturing. Homa Bay, fishing, agriculture and tourism. Migori, gold mining, sugarcane and cross-border trade. Kisii, soapstone, carving, banana and small industries. Nyamira, tea and dairy, including coffee. Then Nairobi, Kenya's capital and financial nerve center, African Silicon Savannah. Together, these counties embody Kenya's economic potential, from agriculture and tourism to manufacturing, mining and innovation. Devolution has empowered local leaders to harness these resources and development. The Kenya's challenge and opportunities in the 21st century. One, which is a major one, corruption, a major obstacle to service delivery and investor confidence. Two, youth unemployment. The growing youth population needs sustainable jobs. Three, debt burden. High public debt limits fiscal flexibility. 4. Climate change. Drought and floods threaten agriculture. Then 5. Ethnic politics. This is now the cancer of Kenyan economy. Divisions hinder unity and equitable growth. Opportunities. Digital economy, where Kenya's innovation ecosystems like the M-Pesa fintech leads Africa. Agribusiness, modernized agriculture can create millions of jobs. Then tourism, ecotourism, and cultural tourism remain underexploited. Then renewable energy, the wind, solar, and geothermal potential position Kenya as a green energy leader. Then the creativity and energy of Kenya youth are unmatched resources for transformation. How Kenyans can build and safeguard the prosperous future. By 1, Kenya must recognize that national development begins with personal responsibility and community participation. The Constitution provides the framework. Citizens provide the drive. Guarding our democracy means a lot. Then respecting the rule of law. Then electing accountable leaders. Then promoting peace and ethnicity. Promoting peace and ethnic unity. Then supporting innovation and entrepreneurship. And also demanding transparency and service delivery at all levels. Patriotism is not a blind loyalty. It is determination to make Kenya better every day. As citizens, we must reject corruption, defend devolution, and unite in pursuit of Vision 2030 and the African Union's Agenda of 2063. Therefore, Kenya's journey from independence to digital age is a story of resilience, diversity, and hope. With 47 vibrant counties, a transformative constitution, and an energetic youth population, Kenya stands poised for greatness. The future lies in strengthening devolution, promoting equity, and nurturing innovation. Let every Kenyan be proud of their flag, their heritage, and their constitution. Let us guard what our ancestors fought for and build what future generations deserve. The dream of just, prosperous, and united Kenya is within reach. If we stand together, work together, and believe in the greatness of our land, we shall triumph.